Hello and welcome to Mermaid Chart. My name is Dominic and today I will be giving you the 3 biggest tips I have for building diagrams from scratch and iterating on them using the AI chatbot within our editor. So why don't we go ahead and get started. When you first land in our editor, you'll have the sample diagram on the right, but what we're most interested in is the AI chatbot nested in our side menu here. When you open it up, you'll see a few different examples on how you can get started, but all we're going to do is actually type our prompt directly into the text box. So the 3 big tips I have for you is first being very clear and detailed in your request to the chatbot. The second is provide ample context and examples, if possible, to the chatbot. And the third is actually using the AI to iterate on the diagrams that you just made. So I have a great example for you guys, and why don't we just hop on over. All right, so I had this YouTube video that popped up on my feed on how to get hired at Google. And so maybe this is an interesting video. So what I've done is I've just copied the URL from here and gone over to a YouTube video to transcript converter, pasted the URL, and copied the entire transcript. Now, when we go back into our editor, I'm ready to type my prompt in. So we're going to start with that first tip where we're going to provide a clear and detailed request to the AI. And since we were just watching a video on getting hired at Google, all we're going to ask is please make a flowchart that details the steps required to get hired at Google. That takes care of our tip number 1. Remember, our second tip is to provide ample context to our AI. So what we just did is we copied a transcript from YouTube, and that entire transcript is going to be our context. So we're just going to say, use the following transcript to build the flowchart. And I'm just going to paste it. When we click enter, we'll see our prompt is up here, and the AI chat begins thinking and actually writing that mermaid syntax right before our eyes. So if we go back up and look at our prompt, you can see it's several pages long. It's massive. But what's great about that is now the AI chatbot has this whole transcript of context that it can point to and build the diagram off of. So when we scroll all the way back down, we're going to see our diagram is actually ready for use. We're going to go ahead and click use here. You'll see the diagram on the right has now been replaced by the diagram we just made, as well as all the text that the AI had generated for us. If you aren't familiar with the Mermaid syntax, don't worry, you don't have to know it to use the AI and iterate. It is helpful and is very quick to use. So if you are interested, I have a video on how to become an expert in Mermaid syntax down below in the description. But in terms of this video, let's just go ahead and collapse that and zoom in on our diagram. So this is our output where we're going to start. They say we need to improve our technical skills. We need to master coding and data structures. We need to learn system design. We need to practice problems, build a professional network, and seek opportunities. So you can see this diagram is massive. It's complex, and it covers a lot of ground. We can see a ton of ways that we can actually get an opportunity in Google, and all of these filter into a formal interview process. Looks like they have some tips here about the technical interview. And say I'm applying to Google and this is a high stress spot for me, so I want more information on this technical interview part. What we can do is now use our tip number 3, where we use the AI to iterate on the diagram we just made and make it more accurate and better. So I'm going to come in here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to say, please expand on the technical interview node within the flowchart. That's all we're going to ask it to do, because it still has all of the prior context. It has the transcript about how to get hired at Google. It has our flowchart here. And so it has all the context it needs to actually respond to this really short prompt about, hey, can you give me more information on the technical interview aspect? And so again, it's just writing our syntax here and getting ready for use. And all we're going to do is, now that it's done, we're just going to click use. You can see the diagram has just populated, And what you'll notice is that it actually starts now with the formal interview. Because it expanded on it so much, it's now giving you more information on the technical interview, where you'll need to learn data structure and algorithms, system design, portray your problem solving skills, and coding exercises. So this is now a great overview of what that technical interview would look like. But the AI chat did separate it from my other diagram, which I think is still helpful. This doesn't happen all the time. If it does, it's very easy. All we're going to say is, can you combine this flowchart with the previous one? Because again, our AI chatbot has all of the prior context. It knows what our version 1 was, it knows what our expanded version was, and now we can easily combine them. A lot of times the AI chatbot will combine them, but since there's so much information here, it makes sense why it was split out. So we're just going to let this kind of move, and once it's done, we'll be able to use it. All right, so the chatbot is done, and we're just going to go ahead and use that. And now you can see we have this crazy complex diagram that's actually such a great breakdown on what we need to do to prepare to get hired at Google. You can see our original diagram is back in place, and our formal interview process is way better explained and has a lot more information that's actually actionable. So this is just one potential use case. I'll have a video coming on some more AI use cases. So if you're interested, check out the channel or the description below. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, anything like that, comment on the video down below or reach out to us on our website. We're always excited to help and would love to talk to you. So don't be afraid to reach out. Thank you so much.